Go ahead.
Public Herald received this footage from photojournalist John Wathen, capturing cleanup of an Alabama oil spill, where a train carrying 2.7 million gallons of North Dakota Bakken shale crude oil exploded, spilling into wetlands just outside of Aliceville on November 7th. The footage prompts questions about the efficacy of methods being used and shows cleanup crews spraying what appears to be water into the oil spill. According to Genesee and Wyoming Railroad spokesperson Michael Williams, the spray method revealed in Wathen's footage is a process used to corral the oil within containment booms prior to skimming. However, in the footage, workers appear to be spraying away from booms and towards unprotected shorelines. Wathen teamed up with Scott Smith, the creator of a new technology called OpFlex, used in the cleanup of the 2010 BP Deepwater Horizon oil disaster in the Gulf of Mexico. Wathen and Smith attempted to access the wetlands to assess damage and help remediate the site before oil moved downstream. However, the two were prevented from entering public roads to the site by railroad security staff.
You can't go back there.
Is this a public road?
It's a public road, and if you go back there, I'll call the sheriff on you. The FBI and the FRA are all back there, and no traffic is allowed except locals that own property here and the people working on repairing the railroad.
According to Smith, when water is sprayed into a shale oil spill, some toxins mixed in with the oil dissolve below the surface of the water. Some of these toxins are naturally occurring, and some are byproducts of the drilling process used to extract Bakken crude from shale formations, called hydraulic fracturing, or fracking, which involves hundreds of chemicals that return to the surface with recovered oil. Smith has sampled and tested Bakken crude.
Fresh Bakken crude, North Dakota, fresh from the well.
According to him, not only is it lighter and more volatile than other oils, but it's also not being tested at each well site before being placed into rail cars or pipelines for transport. Of course, part of remediation involves knowing precisely what's been spilled and how. Whether pipelines or railways are safer for the transportation of hazardous materials like crude oil is debatable, but writer Russ Blinch gives this perspective. He writes, "Looking at pipelines versus rail tankers is really like asking, should I drive the car with bad brakes or the one with bad tires?"